one of the other pieces of pain we wanted to talk about was the 1 year anniversary of the Toronto Maple Leafs losing to a Zamboni driver
You
in
call that
David
pain. I
Ayres.
call that a great day. I had so much fun. Actually,
Pain for
that's not
those
true.
fan bases.
Yeah.
Although,
Actually, you know
like,
what? I
although if you're
lied.
a
That's
Leafs
not.
fan, wouldn't you think like the Ayres story is just like so cool and so
Oh,
funny? Like, who cares if you
oh,
lost?
oh yeah. I love the the Steve Dangle video from that game is so funny. Like he's
I
just
can't.
he's so he's so mad and it's so funny. It's one of my it's a great video.
I
But
believe you.
I'll say that I remember the David Ayres game. I was because yes, I've never played in the National Hockey League. Shocker, I know. But as a goalie, I felt I was having an anxiety attack on David Ayres' behalf the second he went in net. I was literally like on the edge of my seat, like heart racing, like oh my god, like I'm like like I was panicking. I'm like, is this what my mom is like when she watches me play, or like any like goalie parent? Is this what it's like? Because I was
Yeah.
sitting there just having a huge anxiety attack, like oh my god, they're gonna light this poor guy up. This is so and it's gonna be so embarrassing. Like I was freaking out on his behalf, and then no big deal. He wins the damn game because the Leafs and the Hurricanes, for that matter, played a really good defensive game. They were actually
Yeah.
really, really good. Oh, that was a great moment. I enjoyed that game thoroughly. Like that at the
Yeah.
by the end, it was so fun.
I remember texting my dad and being like, he lives out in Alberta, and I was like, man, are you watching this? And he was just like, it's so good to see them lose. And man, yeah, super rad, super fun story. If you're a Leafs fan listening to this, it's probably not a fun story, but we fucking loved it. It was hysterical. As
Yeah.
a pro goalie, pro Leaf failure podcast.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was so good. It was so
Yeah.
good. Such a good moment.
Yes.
And
Well,
I guess that brings us into the question, that the most pressing question of all,
the one
which
everyone's
is
asking for.
yes, this is the question you've all been waiting for this entire podcast.
Yeah.
Cody, who is gonna play David Ayres in the Disney movie that's rumored to be coming out about him?
Uh, Dennis Quaid.
Oh my, what? Dennis
Yeah.
Quaid.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, explain your reasoning here.
I don't know,
I'm
'cause
fascinated.
if you've seen a picture of like David Ayres, like he's kind of like a unit. Like he's a big boy. Uh, and like Dennis Quaid strikes me as the type that could play like an older sports figure. He already did it once before in Disney's The Rookie, so they already have his number. So it would kind of make sense that he does like a run it back kind of thing and plays a goalie who goes from Zamboni driver to star in a game. It would be a terrible movie though. Like all you have to do is watch the YouTube highlights of like him getting in the game, Rod Brindamer shaking his head, going, and then
Okay.
him making a bunch of saves.
Yeah.
You can't make a movie out of it though.
So yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be one of those, like, it's inspired by a true story movies. Like it's not gonna
Yeah.
be like, I don't think the character in this movie is going to be named David Ayres. I think it's gonna be some completely different name. But it's gonna be like one of those, they paid him for the story. It's gonna be, yes, based on his story, but it'll be different. Like it'll
Yeah.
be something more like, oh, emergency goalie takes team to a championship sort of thing. It'll be much more much more of a movie story, right? So I have four options here. I have four. I came prepared for this with four options. Okay. So if it's a more dramatic movie, I'm thinking Ben Affleck, because like you said, sports guy. This screams a movie that Ben Affleck would want.
Like
This
he'd
is
overact
exact.
in to try and get his acting
over-
Oscar.
Yes, he would go nuts with it, and
Yeah.
also provided that he could change the team that he plays for from the Hurricanes to the Bruins. That would be
Ugh.
very
No one would
important
watch
for
it
him.
though. No one would ever watch it.
People would watch it. People would
No one would ever
absolutely
watch
watch it.
a feel good movie about the Bruins.
Uh, maybe not in Vancouver. It'd make like
No.
$2 in Vancouver. Like
Unless the
somebody
movie-
would.
Unless the movie ends with Ben Affleck like letting in like the game-winning goal, and it's about his failure as a player.
See, I think it
might
would.
have a movie.
See, I think it'd be like them winning like Game 7 over the Leafs. It would be like something like that, which maybe that trumps it for some people. Trumps the Bruins' hatred for some people in this market. Maybe, right?
Yes, sir, maybe.
But I think that's where they would go with if it was dramatic. If it's more comedic, and you mentioned like bigger guy, like comedic. John C. Riley from Step Brothers.
You, okay,
I think he's perfect. I think he'd be
here's
perfect for that.
40 chess brain, like galaxy brain thought. John C. Riley plays the David Ayres character, but as that professor guy in all the gifs. I can't remember his name, but he's got like the glasses and he's just like, you know what I mean? I can't
Yeah,
remember the name.
I have seen that. Yeah, I think that could be. I think he has a good shot at getting this. This seems like this would if it's a little bit more on the funny side.
Oh, Dr. Steve Brule. Okay, that's what it is.
Steve Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my those are my two main picks. So those are my two main picks, and then I have two just total wild cards if Disney decides to do just go completely nuts with it and be Disney about it. Just for their acting chops, and kind of like I guess meme ability alone. Adam Driver, Adam Driver, and Timothy Chalamet.
Buddy, I had a
Completely
tweet.
don't fit the roles, but
I had a tweet earlier this year, or like honestly like a week ago, and like I had been watching a bunch of Timothy Chalamet videos on like Jimmy, whatever the fuck, Jimmy Fallon,
one of the late night
one of the
Jimmys.
Jimmys, one of the Jimmys that are awful because they both suck. And he's the biggest nerd drama kid loser. He's so awkward and gangly and weird that like I have so much respect for him as an actor after having seen what he's like in real life because he manages to
Wow.
embody every role so perfectly well that I buy him as a king. I buy him as this like gay student in Italy on a tour with his father. I buy him in every single role he's in for some
You
reason.
and
And you
you'd
see
buy
him in
him.
real life, and it just makes no sense that this is the same person. So I could believe he could be a 6'3" goaltender who's 40 years old because I think he could do it. He's that good of an
Yes.
actor.
Yes. Adam Driver for the exact same reasons, only I would say a little bit better because Adam Driver's a fantastic actor. Like
Yes,
he's
true.
really good. I don't
He's
know if
very
you've
good.
ever seen any of like his SNL episodes. They're good.
He's very funny.
He's
very good.
he's very funny and he's really good at playing like a variety of different roles.
If
For the
you
same reason. Like he's the best part of that last Star Wars trilogy. Him as
yeah,
Kylo Ren, fantastic character. Kylo Ren they did a great job with Kylo.
yeah, if you get a chance, check out a movie called Logan Lucky with him in it. He's fucking awesome in that. Daniel Craig's in it too, and he plays like a southern jailbird. It's super rad. But
Oh, I love
we won't
Knives
get into the
Out.
movies talks because we could go on this for hours, and it's already 11:30, and I have to be
Oh,
up in 5 hours.
oh, so
So,
do I. Cheers.
oh my God, he crushes the mic, the brew again. He's insane, folks.